downhill with a purpose, and you saw him get a lot more work at practice on Friday with the ones.
Collins dances a little bit. This guy hits the deck hard. Buck Allen is in 3rd and 5.
There's a quarterback draw again.
He takes it himself. Perfect. Along with Nickerson. They'll get him.
And this is what they talked about in 4-down territory. So what happens is John Harbaugh tells offensive coordinator Marty Morningweg after 2nd down, hey, this is 4-down territory. Keep that in mind as you call this 3rd down play, knowing that they've got a chance to go for it here on 4th down. Kind of an aggressive call at this point in the game, but something that they talked about and rehearsed during the week.
So just 4 in the secondary, 4th and 1. Ricard is in. Edwards is in. Takes it again. Well, there's a big stick over there. Cincinnati thinks they've won this one. Nickerson with a big hit. Nickerson with a big hit at that linebacker. Made the first contact. And let's see the spot.
He's going to go off that B gap outside the left tackle. There's no one there to block the end man on the line of scrimmage. I think he's short.
He is. And on downs, Baltimore turns it over in their own zone to Cincinnati.
This is Dell Cinema technology. Uninterrupted streaming, brilliant sound clarity, and lifelike color. Experience Dell Cinema on the XPS 13. Shop the biggest Black Friday ever at Dell.com.
We only have 8 hours to save my game.
We're going to the internet. Oh, cool.
Hi. What the?
You're coming with us, kid.
The internet is under assault.
The game's crashing. Let's go.
I'm freaking out hard. Ralph breaks the internet. I'm gonna rock it!
Dang internet.
Rated PG, everywhere Wednesday.
Daryl. Hey, Daryl.
Hey.
Hey, how much would you pay for something you don't want?
Nothing. Is this a test?
No. Question 2. Do you like getting stuff you like for free?
Yes, this feels like a test.
It's not. It's just why Verizon lets everyone in your family get the unlimited plan they need without paying for stuff they don't. And why Verizon gets you 6 months of free Apple Music.
Did I pass?
Not a test, but yeah, you passed.
The music you want, the unlimited plan you need, on the network you deserve. Now buy one of our best phones and get one on us.
This holiday, let love ring with 25% off everything store-wide. Shop an incredible selection of jewelry and styles at prices that match their brilliance. November 16th to the 21st, only at Kay.
Sorry, Aaron, I know this stings, but defense wins championships, and we're defending your truck now, so State Farm, you can pack those khakis and go.
Who's protecting my house?
Should I unpack my khakis?
No, you keep those khakis packed.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Kay Jewelers. For all the moments, for love, forever. Domino's. Order online at Domino's.com. And by State Farm, here to help life go right.
Baltimore coach John Harbaugh, while we were away in commercial, threw the challenge flag out there. So it was on the spot.
Yeah, keep an eye. He's not down here. He's still moving and twisting and turning, and then he extends the ball. And a question, these are always tough challenges because they're tough to tell.
Early on the field stands.
Nickerson got him first. The Ray hit him high. Nickerson got him low, and they stop him. So Cincinnati's defense does the job there.
Well, the problem is that you get this big scrum and all these bodies. It's tough to tell whether or not with the reach his knee is down, any part of his body is down, and even when he reaches, you can't really tell where the ball ends up. Good play there by Nickerson.
Marvin Lewis used to coach his dad in Pittsburgh. Second straight start in Baltimore Raven territory for the Cincinnati Bengals, who scored the last time they had the ball after an interception by Williams. And a 4-yard touchdown pass to Lingle. The fake. Here comes the rush by Smith. Mosley's got a beat on Uzomah. They say he was down after a catch and a gain of 5. Uzomah is down near the 40-yard line of Baltimore. Referee or the official said he was down. Let's see if he's down.
Yeah, I think he's down.
I think he is too. Mosley did a nice job, though, trying to strip it, rip it, make the tackle on the play.
You work every day on ball extraction at practice.
With a 2nd down and 5, it's Mixon. Not much there. Pierce and others combining on the stop, limiting him to a gain of 2. Rich down to about the 39. Gene Steratore, our NFL rules analyst, is with us. Gene, what did you see on that play moments ago?
The first down play, I think the difficult part about this play is that when Jackson reaches, although we see the football look like it went beyond the line to gain, his left arm, which gets lost in the pile of bodies, we don't know if that elbow is down or not. Remember, we have to see conclusive evidence to overturn, so not knowing whether he's down with that left arm can't give us that full advantage of the ball. And
he was ruled shy. Thank you very much, Gene. 3rd and 3. It goes outside here to Tyler Boyd, who will dance a little bit. Brought down on the play by Kenny Young. Picks up 4. That is a Cincinnati first down to the 34 of Baltimore.
I really like what I've seen from Tyler Boyd. He's having a fine season. One of the most improved players on this team. In fact, he's already more than doubled his production from last season. And with A.J. Green out of the lineup, he takes on an even more important role today for the Bengals. He's going to see a lot more double coverage.
Couple catches and both on 3rd down for him today. 1st and 10. Boyd, he wants to throw. Going deep, but double coverage and incomplete for Erickson. They had a couple down there, including Marlon Humphrey. Weddle was in the vicinity. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, I like the idea, but he's just going to come back across, and they're just going to try and get the ball down the field. But they're taught when it's not there to throw it away, and I'm assuming that's what he's trying to do in this situation. 1st and 10, you just can't have a negative play. Throwing the ball away there in that situation was a good decision by Boyd. If you look at A.J. Green.
Green missing his 2nd game. Toe injury. Tried it beforehand. Late scratch. 2nd down 10. A lot of pressure. Here goes Dalton. He needs the 25. Looks like he got it. Smith was at the end of that slide. Gain of 9. And they're going to spot the ball. Looks like he's shy of the first down by about a half yard.
It's a good look at it because just watch how this opens up for Dalton at the top of his drop. And Dalton's a smart player. He knows this is a team that plays a ton of man-to-man coverage. And when he sees it's man-to-man coverage, he knows there's some opportunities to pull the ball down and run.
3rd and 1. And there's the first down run. Right into the teeth of that defense. There's Darius Smith, and it's Mixon who got it. By the way, he's number 5 in the NFL coming in yards per game. 81 a game. Gain of 4 right there. Mixon today, Rich, 9 carries. That was number 10 right there, and he picks up 18 for the afternoon now.
Look at how quickly things have changed for Cincinnati. You get a turnover, and you've got some great field position here in the second half, early in the second half of the 3rd quarter, and the Bengals have taken advantage of it.
1st and 10. And to the side they go. Ross got it. Jousting. Touchdown! John Ross took it away. Coverage on the play by Humphrey. 22-yard touchdown pass. Andy Dalton. And Cincinnati builds on their lead.
This is a really nice adjustment on the fly by John Ross. I think it's purposely underthrown by Andy Dalton. He sees Humphrey in front of him. Look at the adjustment by John Ross coming back and fighting for the football.
Ross has been dealing with a groin issue since week 4 against Atlanta on a touchdown reception where he ran it. Comes up with a terrific play. We know about his speed, record setter at the combine, but Rich this time shows a little bit in addition to that speed. Did he get both feet in? Watch him.
Well, it's a question of when he the question is when he actually has possession of the football. Humphrey still's got his arm in there.
But it never leaves Ross' grasp, though, does it?
Yeah, it's a tough one to tell, but it looks to me like he did have possession.
And the tie always goes to?
The receiver.
The receiver. 22-yard touchdown pass to Ross. Bullock makes it 21-13 Cincinnati. The Bengals trailed at halftime 13-7. Dalton 2 touchdown passes. Lingle before. Right here, John Ross in a joust with Humphrey.
All right, we're together. Ready? Oh.
Let me try again.
1, 2, 3, cheese. What?
Let me try once more. Let me try again.
Backpack ready? Now start your day just by saying,
"Hey Google, good morning."
Today will be sunny with a high of 50 degrees. Traffic is lighter than usual. At 8 a.m. you have carpool duty.
Okay, everybody, let's go.
That's help at a glance with Google Home Hub.
Let's take a selfie.
Get in.
Wait, scoot over. Boys, we gotta back up just a little bit. Back up.
In the frame. Stay in the frame. Stay in the frame. Willow, just stay in the frame.
Hey, Mitch, could you scooch in? I'm trying to take a selfie.
Wait, 1 sec.
Whoa.
Smack!
Get ready to celebrate the mother of all Thanksgivings.
It's like you think I don't know how to talk to the blacks.
You're invited to the neighborhood. New CBS Monday.
In the second half, Baltimore has thrown an interception picked off by Williams, and then Rich, moments ago, they went for it and lost it on downs at their 45. Each time, Cincinnati cashing in.
Yeah, really, you look at what's happened here in the third quarter, the interception and obviously the failure to convert on 4th down really set the Bengals up for some great field position and opportunities in that third quarter.
Bengals have won 3 of their last 4 here, and overall 8 of 10, including earlier this season. Moore on the fly on the kickoff at the 5. Upended on the play. Nice defensive play right there by Tony McRae, who spent some time with the Ravens last year. 15-yard return. Steve Tasker's on the sideline.
Yeah, it's Baltimore sideline. The last 2 series, they came out on the defense with 2 short fields, one on the interception by Lamar Jackson, then the one turned over on downs. And you cannot imagine getting the wind knocked out of you like the Baltimore defense has. 2 short fields, they gave up 2 touchdowns. And just this minute, as the Bengals make that tackle on special teams, the entire sideline erupted once again. 2 very different atmospheres on both sidelines. The momentum all with Cincinnati.
Steve, thank you. 1st and 10. Fake to Edwards, the rookie quarterback, and down he goes. Around his ankles he had Dunlap. And up high he had Andrew Billings bringing him down, and it's back at the 13, a loss of 2.
Well, in between what to do, you feel the pressure. Doing a good job setting the edge, forcing Lamar Jackson to step up inside where they're getting some push up the middle.
It's one thing for a rookie quarterback to play with the lead. It's another thing for a rookie quarterback to play down 21-13.
Yeah, it's still a one-score game, though. I don't think the game plan is going to change dramatically.
Montgomery was in, 2nd and 17, and there's the catch made by Snead, banged around like a pinball. Nickerson among a couple to get him. 17-yard pickup, a good throw to the 30.
But like a lot of young quarterbacks, he needs the constant work on the decision-making and the accuracy, and really trusting the protection. That was a good shot and a good example of Lamar Jackson doing just that, just sitting in there with quiet feet, making a good throw.
Bengals in the nickel. 1st down and 10. Blocked by Edwards. Here comes Dunlap. Here comes Johnson. There goes the ball. Well, they're putting the pressure on him now. Those are two guys that can pinch the pocket. Flag has been thrown. Way on the other side of the field at about the 33.
You look at this Cincinnati defense, I really believe that Marvin Lewis has tried to scale things back a little bit with this defensive plan. He told us last night he's got to settle these players down and really get their confidence back. I think you do that. Sometimes less is more. You know, it starts with their defensive line, and the defensive line has played pretty well today, but, you know, just sometimes you could go back to the basics.
There's no foul on the play. 2nd down.
Took him a while to figure that one out, but, you know, sometimes you go back to the basics of who you are. And, you know, Sean Williams had some great things to say last night. The Bengals safety, he said, we really didn't know who we were and didn't have an identity as a defensive unit. And Marvin Lewis said, we're going to get back to playing bully ball, just being physical and really controlling the line of scrimmage and being aggressive. And that's what they haven't done the last month.
2nd down and 10. Looking for some blocks and a spin, and Hubbard will make the tackle on Lamar Jackson. It's a gain of 8. He's out to the 37. To New York and James.
Dallas's O-line. Yeah, they're doing the job today. Ezekiel Elliott right up the middle for a 23-yard touchdown, breaking tackles, 114 yards for the day. Dallas up on Atlanta 19-9. Let's throw it back to Kevin Harlan, Rich Gannon, and Steve Tasker.
Thank you, Phil. Dallas at their best when Elliott is running well.
That's the key to it all. It certainly helps the young quarterback as well.
3rd down and 2, and it's Edwards trying to pile drive and then accelerates. Hit by Williams, spins his way to the 45. 17-yard pickup and a 1st down.
It was a good-looking run by Edwards. It didn't look like there was a lot there, but somehow he came out of the pile. Look, he just sticks it up in there, keeps those legs churning, and a good-looking finish by Edwards.
I think you nailed it, Rich. He's one cut and then bang, man. He takes it right up the middle. 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson, sidearm throw. What a nice catch. Moore reels it in. Williams the tackle. 14-yard pickup to the Cincinnati 31.
This is an incredible catch and great concentration by Chris Moore.
Williams is down.
He just is able to get that right hand back there. Just watch this throw by Lamar Jackson. It's important to be able to change arm angles.
Wow.
And find a window, a throwing lane. Look at that. Look how he just snaps it out there. Now, it wasn't the most accurate throw, but at least he gave Moore a chance to make the adjustment on the ball. Great concentration by Chris Moore.
Sean Williams, as I mentioned, is down. Had a pickoff earlier in this half, and we step aside. 3:02 in the 3rd.
This is not another 18-blade razor, because this is one blade from Phillips Norelco, a blade for beards and stubble. Shape and shave any length and be your best you with one blade from Phillips Norelco. Innovation and you. Phillips Norelco.
This weekend, you could have conquered that mountain of laundry, but instead, you're conquering this. Getting out of your comfort zone. It's possible in the all-wheel drive Kona, part of the Hyundai SUV family.
Introducing Fidelity Stock and Bond Index Funds with lower expense ratios than comparable funds. And we're now offering 0 expense ratio index funds. That's value you'll only find at Fidelity.
Now this is Daddy's favorite song.
Alexa, play Dad's playlist.
Ooh la la. Ooh la 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 la.
There's a timeout. They're going to ice the kicker.
The snap is good. Reds are up.
We're being forced to work with an assassination team.
We're not assassins.
This is contract killing.
That is not what we do.
Even if it means saving thousands of American lives.
You got a good team who's willing to operate in the gray zone.
This isn't great. This is black.
Grab some snacks, because we got Damon Wayans Jr. on Happy Together.
This perfectly aged cheddar I found in the back of the fridge.
That's a sponge.
New episode Monday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Fidelity Investments, where we're redefining value for investors. And by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the NFL.
Well, I know someone who's on the clock.
I know somebody who's hungry, too.
Rich, in the first half, the Ravens had a penalty and a sack in Cincinnati territory, settled for a field goal. They'll have points on the field then. They can't now. 1st and 10. Collins was in, looking for some blocks, and Yanda will support him. And then taken out by Dre Kirkpatrick. And it's a gain of 7 on the play, and he's to the 24 of Cincinnati.
And Dre Kirkpatrick just lassos Lamar Jackson at the end of this run. Just grabs him around the neck. I'm surprised they didn't call a personal foul there on Kirkpatrick.
This drive has seen Baltimore with a 17-yard pass to Snead, a 17-yard run by Edwards, a 14-yard pass to Moore. Harbaugh playing from behind after leading at halftime, 13-7.
This is definitely 4-down territory the rest of this drive.
With a 2nd down and 3, it's Jackson. Oh, look at him cut around the corner and take it to about the 16. And Vincent Ray, who led him in tackles a year ago, brings him down. Gain of 8 on 2nd and 3. That's a 1st down.
Well, you just watch these zone reads. All Lamar Jackson's really looking at is the end man on the line of scrimmage. When he sees the end man on the line of scrimmage bite on the fake, he's going to pull it and run.
Boy, you don't see in the NFL game that the two quarterbacks are leading their teams in rushing, but that's the case today. 1st and 10.
Option.
Here it is. Will he pitch? Yep, he will. That is Ty Montgomery. And Bates will bring him down. Fedulum, by the way, was in for Williams. Williams was in on that play, back in just on that play. After being injured, it's a gain of 4.
You know, the problem for the Bengals this week has been preparing. You don't have a lot of game film on a quarterback. And
Right.
also, they're difficult to find a player on your roster to be the scout team quarterback and duplicate the skill set of Lamar Jackson. This week, the responsibility fell on that man right there, 3rd-year quarterback Jeff Driscoll. He did an excellent job, but trust me, he's athletic, but he's no Lamar Jackson.
Edwards. Oh, we got a block from Brown, and Brown again! The receiver Brown, the tackle Brown. That's an 11-yard touchdown run. Gus Edwards.
We're going to go for 2 now. It's a great run by Edwards, and I want you to watch at the end of this run. Watch the receivers down the field. You're going to see John Brown get a block, and Michael Crabtree, Willie Snead on the back. And look at Crabtree. He gets a big block, and it's a real compliment to those players.
That was Edwards' first NFL touchdown. Play clock is at 2. That can't be right.
I think the officials they're talking about whether or not to, at some point.
They're going to go for 2, as you can see.
You can see Harbaugh. He was asking why they didn't reset the play clock.
Right.
Please reset the play clock to 20 seconds, please. 20 seconds.
That's a break, and now they can call the play and get it lined up. You see Marty Morningweg there with the play sheet. He's got some 2-minute plays that he's really liked that they've scripted and rehearsed and practiced this week. Remember, I talked about missing Thursday practice, Kevin. This is where the short yardage and goal line plays were repped, and all those reps went to Robert Griffin III and not Lamar Jackson.
Edwards for 2. He got it. We're tied. Do we have a fourth quarter in store for you? Touchdown run, Edwards of 11. 2-yard run on the 2-point try by Edwards. Finishes it off well. First 2 scores in the NFL for the rookie free agent from Rutgers.
Boy, he's had a really productive day, Ken. I like his body language, and I like how he approaches the line of scrimmage with a certain demeanor and a purpose and a sense of urgency. He's just under 100 yards on 13 carries, 96 yards rushing. And we're not even into the fourth quarter. Now he's going to go cover a kick. That's what happens when you're a rookie free agent. I always say the more you can do.
For Gus Edwards. That was his first NFL touchdown. Congratulations, Gus.
.103 to play here in the third quarter. They'll leave it in the end zone. Erickson will let it go. The tradition continues on Thanksgiving Day with football on CBS, featuring a great rivalry between Chicago and Detroit. Kick off your day with family, football, and the NFL today. 12 Eastern on CBS. First down and 10 for Dalton. Dalton on the move. Nice knock away that time by Carr, going for Boyd. In the second half now, Dalton is 6 of 8 with those 2 touchdowns.
That's a good rush by Suggs. He's just working on the left tackle, Glenn, and just he beats him across his face, forces Dalton to get off the spot and have to throw this ball before he's ready. And look at Suggs. He's just amazing. In his 16th season, he's just a sack and a half shy of tying Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor. 132 and a half career sacks, for 13th most in NFL history.
It's Mixon. Bowling trying to get a block, but he's slipped, and Suggs will wrap him up. And the momentum, Rich, in this game has changed. The loss of 2 right there. Back to the 22.
Boy, they just can't get the running game going. Mixon has really struggled today running the football. 9 carries for just 14 yards. Too many negative runs this season for Joe Mixon.
There'll be 6 in the secondary for the Baltimore Ravens, including Levine. 3rd and 12. They need the 35.
Here comes the blitz.
Dalton on the move and short and incomplete. Going for Boyd. The coverage on the play by the linebacker Mosley. Well, it's asking a lot of your linebackers. He does it well, and he covered him well.
And they just don't give you a lot of time back there in the pocket. You're seeing constant 5- and 6-man pressures. And Dalton's not able to really set his feet back there in the pocket. Ball's having to come out quick.
Huber to punt. Jones is back. 38-yard line. 38-yard punt. Down to 8 seconds to play in the third quarter. So Jackson has led them from behind. They get the 2-point run by Edwards. They get an 11-yard touchdown run by Edwards. who also had a 17-yard run, Rich, on that drive. We just showed the numbers moments ago. 13 carries for Edwards and 96 yards, and the quarterback has carried it for 102. What a rushing attack today by Baltimore.
Well, the rushing differential is a big story in this game. The Ravens have already rushed for 228 yards, where the Bengals have rushed for just 46 yards. And that affects time of possession as well as the number of plays that and opportunities you're going to have as an offense.
Buck Allen with Burfict making the stop with Hubbard. Gain of 2. That takes us to the 4th. We are tied after a volatile third quarter. 21 apiece. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
This holiday, my son needs a new phone and a better plan. He is a data sponge.
Then you want a Verizon Unlimited plan. It's the most reliable network.
Anything else?
Just tell him he has to answer the phone when his mom calls.
An occasional I love you would be good too.
This is Michelob Ultra Pure Gold, a beer inspired by nature, made with organic grains for a pure, refreshing taste.
Monday on an all-new Cool Bear, Steven's got Millie Bobby Brown and Paul Simon. Plus later this week, don't miss Michael Douglas, Connie Britton, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and Lady Gaga.
He'll have you at Aloha. Magnum P.I. New episode CBS Monday.
So, how many credit cards did I have after business school? 6? Yeah, that interest rate was crazy. Good thing I got a loan to pay them off faster. And right before I got engaged. But now that I'm debt-free, I can actually contribute to the wedding. And go on a honeymoon. You know, out of state. Well, this is why I SoFi.
With SoFi's no-fee personal loans, consolidate your credit cards to get one lower monthly payment.
For those who thirst for more, Coors Light is lagered, filtered, and packaged cold for a crisper, cleaner finish to refresh you for what's next. Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Once I started looking for car insurance, it was a no-brainer. I switched to Geico and saved hundreds. That's a win. But it's not the only reason I switched. The Geico app makes it easy to manage my policy. I can pay my bill, add a new driver, or even file a claim. Woo! Hey now, that's a win-win. Thank you.
Switch to Geico. It's a win-win.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
You look at some of the stories statistically of the first half and the third quarter. Dalton had 2 third-quarter touchdown passes to come back from 13-7 down to lead 21-13. And then the rookie quarterback Jackson had a drive culminating with an 11-yard touchdown run by Edwards and a 2-point to tie it at 21. Here we are in the 4th. And Edwards with Dunlap around his ankles and a gain of a yard on that 2nd down and 8 to the 42 of Baltimore.
I've been really impressed with what I've seen from Gus Edwards today. Almost 100 yards rushing and 3/4 of football.
Bengals come in 5-4. They've lost 3 of 4. But they have won 8 of 10 over Baltimore. The Ravens at 4-5. They've lost 3 straight. 3rd down 7. Blocked by Brown. Here goes Jackson on the fly and caught. Mark Andrews makes the grab. Working on the rookie free safety Jesse Bates. 19-yard pickup to the 39.
Well, a really nice adjustment. You're going to watch him escape to the right. And it's a similar play where he threw the interception earlier. This time he's able to throw it over the outstretched arms of the linebacker Evans right there in the middle of your screen. These rookie tight ends for the Ravens are going to be really good. Mark Andrews and Hayden Hurst.
1st down and 10, Edwards. There's Williams again from behind with the grab and the tackle and a gain of 1 down to about the 38.
And when you're struggling to stop the run, you've got to bring extra bodies down around the line of scrimmage. Let's take a look at Gus Edwards' day. Again, you look at this picture from above, there's a lot of white jerseys there. There's not a big crease, but he's somehow patient. He heads downhill. He's got great vision, and he's a finisher. And I've just been really impressed with what I've seen from the rookie back.
2nd down and 9. Look out for Johnson. Look out for Hubbard. Here comes Atkins. There goes Jackson. Near the 35. He was dancing all over the place, wasn't he? And after all that, he gains 4.
We were talking about it in our meeting last night, Kevin. You know, you look at a guy like Fran Tarkenton, Roger Staubach. I mean, look at this guy run around. I mean, he starts to his left. He starts back up inside. He bounces it to the right. You think he's going to throw it. He decides to pull it down and run. I mean, this will wear you out physically as a defense.
Williams is down on a knee, and a timeout has been taken because a Baltimore player is down back, and that is the left tackle Ronnie Stanley, who had an ankle injury coming in. They look at Williams on one side and Stanley on the other. And he has been kind of in and out, although he has played most of this second half.
Well, there he is limping again,
albeit
Kevin.
On the bad ankle, that's right. So Illuminor will come in. He started against Pitt.
Yeah, the tackle position has been a bit of a problem for the Ravens. You know, both starting offensive tackles didn't play in their last game against Pittsburgh. Stanley, as you mentioned, with the ankle. Hurst with the back. He's been out 3 straight weeks now. Orlando Brown's come in and done a nice job. Illuminor's done a nice job.
He was elevated off the practice squad back on October 23rd. He was waived and then re-signed in September. So they have a young, inexperienced line, Rich. They've had to kind of connect the dots as the season has gone on.
It's dangerous with a young, inexperienced quarterback.
Right.
You look at Lamar Jackson looking over to the sidelines. They've changed. They tried to eliminate some of the wordy play calls. Remember, he didn't call a lot of plays in the huddle at Louisville, so they've gone to more 1- or 2-word play calls.
Gus Edwards is over 100 yards and into the secondary. He was tackled by Nickerson after a burst of 15. They'll put him at the 19-yard line of the Bengals.
Man, just watch this hole. This is a good-looking crease right here. Kevin, you could run through there.
I don't know.
I mean, that's a good-looking hole for a back. You don't get a lot of them at this level. And just watch this guy finish.
Edwards and Jackson have 219 combined yards on the ground.
And if you can't stop it, you're going to see it. You're going to continue to see it.
Edwards on 1st and 10. Nickerson got him around the ankles on a gain of 2 to the 17 of the Bengals.
And a good play caller will keep coming back to the similar type of runs. You've got a running back with a hot hand. And Marty Morningway, you look at his play sheet, you know, it's changed significantly. This was a team that threw the ball so much. And now you look at them, the run-pass ratio is completely different. 44 rushing plays today and just 20 passing plays.
Collins in 2nd and 8, 8th play of the drive. And this is Collins. And he's brought down with Josh Tupou, all 345 pounds of him. There's the ball, there's the shove, and the scrum. As we just saw that graphic last time, the teammates had over 100 yards each on one team in one game, 2014.
It's Marshall Yanda in the mix there with, I think, Andrew Billings.
Kaepernick and Gore with the 2. Perfect is in there as well. Marshall Yanda having a terrific season, the 6-time Pro Bowler. Remember last year he missed a lot of time, 14 games, ankle injury, and then his subsequent surgery. Had shoulder surgery this offseason, Yanda did. He is one of the best guards we've seen in a while here in the NFL. Highly decorated. Montgomery is in the backfield for Jackson. 3rd and 7. Brown a block, sidearm delivery, Snead, Denard, Snead, Denard, and Snead wins that one. Check hammering his way for 7. and gets it down to about the 8. First and goal.
Well, Willie Snead is so effective working in the middle of the field between the numbers. He's a chain mover and a huge target on third down, regardless of who's playing quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens. Another example of Lamar Jackson, that little sidearm flick.
He'll hit the deck. Losing 3.
He just misses this one a little bit low maybe, but certainly a snap he should handle.
A loss of 4 yards, second down.
The center is Matt Skura, who has started every game, but you're right, it was low, but it was handleable. Halftime, it was a 13-7 Baltimore lead. 2 passing touchdowns, one aided by an interception by Dalton, gave the Bengals a 21-13 lead. The Baltimore's come back to tie it. Second down and goal at the 11. Jackson, the dance, and down to the 4. With a tackle made by Jordan Evans on a gain of 7 by the shifty Baltimore quarterback Jackson.
This is a problem. I mean, you just look at the space in the middle of the field. I mean, this is too easy. Somebody has to account for the quarterback in the running game, and you see it's late to happen with Jordan Evans making the adjustment.
They empty the backfield. In the slot is the running back Edwards. Third and goal at the 4. Jackson. And Atkins got him. Shoestring tackle by the Pro Bowler Geno Atkins and a loss of a yard. Here comes the Baltimore field goal unit on 4th and goal.
Well, they came right back to it, and this is a good adjustment by that defensive line. You see Geno Atkins. He's seen this play one too many times today. That's why Geno Atkins makes the big bucks. Good adjustment there on the fly.
So Justin Tucker is in with a 24-yarder ahead of him here to give his Baltimore Ravens a lead. With just over 8 minutes to play in the 4th for the lead. Tucker from 24. 24-21 Baltimore. They've retaken the lead over Marvin Lewis and the Bengals on CBS.
You okay there, Kurt?
We're about to move.
Karate helps relieve some of the house buying stress.
At least you don't have to worry about homeowners insurance. Call Geico.
Geico? Helps with homeowners insurance?
Been doing it for years.
I'm calling Geico right now.
Good idea.
Get to know Geico and see how easy homeowners and renters insurance can be.
If you love me like you say. Darling, tell me all the ways. Tell me all the ways. Oh, all the ways.
Bring home the holidays with same-day delivery from Target.
The shot is up! Yeah! Yeah! Sir, your order?
It feels like a big win when you get a deal like this. Introducing the new $6 Classic Meal Deal. Make a meal with one of these favorites for just $6.
Hey, Portal, call Rory. Happy birthday!
Oh, you remembered.
Of course I remembered. You're my sister.
But what you get me?
I got you this.
It's half dead.
Just like you.
Oh. Wait till your birthday comes.
Tuesday. One brutal attack.
Trusting us is the best way to help.
0 clues left behind.
This attack was premeditated.
NCIS New Orleans, Tuesday.
You're responsible for the theft of my money? This is Goza's biggest meth lab. We need to blend in for this op. Bravo team set. Bunch of cartel killers in the club. What can go wrong?
New SEAL Team, CBS Wednesday.
8, please.
Is that playing music?
Yeah, it is. Can you hit 8? Super Bowl champs.
We came into to today, the Bengals, the second wild card, the 6th seed. If Baltimore wins, they could be the AFC's second wild card, switching places with the Bengals. Right now, the Titans are getting beaten badly by the Colts. And so if things fall right, if Baltimore would win, they would take the second wild card. And of course, if the Bengals win, they would go to 6-4, and they would be in that position. So divisional thoughts, wild card thoughts for these two teams. The ensuing kickoff after the 24-yard Tucker field goal is in and out of the end zone. Erickson lets it flutter away to the 25. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Andy Dalton, and Steve Taskner's on the sideline.
I'm on the sidelines of the Baltimore Ravens, and one of the things they've got going for them is their quarterback, Lamar Jackson, is as accurate running with the football and throwing it on the run as he is standing in a pocket. Conversely, they're telling their defense, we want Andy Dalton to have to run to throw it. He is way less effective on the move while trying to throw it. So the Ravens defense wants Andy Dalton to move while he's throwing it, while it's just the reverse for the Bengals.
Thank you, Steve. The noise here is they just showed a picture of the great Ray Lewis on the scoreboard, watching the game in attendance in the owner's suite. Mixon in the backfield, 1 of 2, 1st and 10 Dalton. And it's underneath. Big hit by Mosley on John Ross. A gain of 5 to the 30. Let's take you to our CBS studios in New York. James and Phil.
Drama in Atlanta.
Yes, it is. The old-fashioned just go route down the sideline. Matt Ryan to Julio Jones. 34 yards for a touchdown. 118 yards receiving by Julio Jones today. 19 all inside of 2 minutes. Back to Kevin Britton's team.
Thank you, Phil. Another touchdown by Jones. 2nd down and 5. Mixon got a block from Uzama. Got away from Judon. And then he was brought down on the play. Looked like Jimmy Smith got a hand on him, and there was no gain on the play. They will stay where they were. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Well, the Ravens have turned this into a one-dimensional game. The running game for the Bengals has been virtually non-existent. Just 46 rushing yards today on 15 carries. They have to rely on the right arm of Andy Dalton.
No A.J. Green today, Rich. They needed Mixon to be big. Lewis watching 11 carries. Mixon 12 yards. 3rd and 5. Watch for Boyd, 83. Bernard is in the backfield. And there's Boyd on the cross beat. Waddle, and he leaps, and he's got the 1st down. Pretty play. Gain of 6. Leaping for the 1st on 3rd and 5 to the 35.
Well, how about this effort by Tyler Boyd and a good tackle by Jimmy Smith? But look at him leave his feet early, knowing exactly where those 1st down markers are. And tell me, that will get you inspired. If you're wearing one of those orange helmets. Great effort by Tyler Boyd.
The Ravens have scored 11 unanswered to take the lead after they trailed 21-13 in the 3rd. 1st and 10. Mixon in. Outside Bernard. Drilled in the play by Kenny Young. They play those running backs occasionally together. That's a gain of 3. Rich. They're up to the 38.
Well, the Bengals have done a pretty good job today of handling the blitz. Dalton's gotten the ball out quick. He knows where his quick answer throws are. In fact, he's been excellent at handling the blitz this year. He's actually got the highest passer rating in the league against the blitz. And coming into today's game, he knew this Baltimore defense was going to bring a lot of pressure. Just give you a lot of these looks with 7, 8 men up the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 7. Pressured and throws it away. Well, they had a couple coming in there, including Brent Urban, who has started every game at the defensive end.
Well, Marvin Lewis has done a nice job. You know, they haven't burnt timeouts. The communication's been pretty good with him calling the defenses. It's been kind of a seamless transition, and I just think that the defense, to me, when I look at what they did last week against the Saints compared to what you're seeing today, they've played much more inspired football under Marvin Lewis.
Bernard is in. 6 in the secondary for the Ravens, including Levine. 3rd and 7. They need the 45.
And here's Boyd right here.
Actually, the 45 and a half. Flag. Those tackles missed. They jumped. False start.
False start, number 68. Offense. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Right tackle Bobby Hart.
There it is. And both tackles move a little bit. Yep, just a split second, a little early out of the gate. Hart and Glenn.
That's the first penalty this half for either team.
Did a pretty good job handling the crowd noise here in Baltimore.
They need the 45.5. It's 3rd and 12. And he's got Boyd. He's got the first down. Zigzags his way to the 35 on a 32-yard catch and run. In the absence of A.J. Green, it's been Boyd with a big-time catch.
Watch how early Andy Dalton throws this football. Boyd's not even out of the break, and he's already throwing that in route. That's just a great job by Andy Dalton, trusting the protection, knowing he's going to get hit in the face, and making a good, accurate throw down the field.
1st and 10. And to the sideline, snared by Ross, but on the chalk.
Second down.
It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Just run out of room on the boundary. Just makes a good catch. He's not able to get the feet in bounds. I always say it's important to give the quarterback some space, some room on the boundary. Give him a little bit of a cushion, a 2 or 3 yard cushion, so that you're not running those out-breaking routes and even those comeback routes on the chalk.
Couple tight ends. Extra blocker is Jake Fisher. 2nd down and 10. Mixon got by the first wave, and then Young, Kenny Young, jumped on him, brought him down after a gain of 2 to the 33 of Baltimore.
And Michael Pierce really makes that play happen. He beats the center, Billy Price, across his face, and that forces Joe Mixon to cut that run backside.
Well, you never want to be beaten across your face. It was that time. Dalton has converted on this drive. 3rd and 5. He got Boyd for 5. 3rd and 12. He got Boyd for 32. 3rd and 8. They need the 25. And through the hands of Boyd, the coverage by Brandon Carr.
When things really get difficult for the Bengals on 3rd down, you don't have A.J. Green, because now instead of directing your resources and your attention to doubling A.J. Green, you can now work with taking away Dalton's other top target, Tyler Boyd.
So the field goal unit is out there, and Randy Bullock will be trying a 52-yard field goal, and he'll try to tie this one. 52 yards, minimal wind for the tie. And no. The defense holds. Missed 52-yard field goal try. And Baltimore will take over with under 4 to go.
Corona Hotline.
Hey, Tony, I'm stuck out here grilling, missing the game.
Yeah, but you have special powers.
What?
Just shake that empty Corona.
Whoa. Powers.
Use them for good.
Call now to find your game day beach.
$1 billion looking, $1 billion looking, $1 billion looking. I'm all about the numbers, boy, mathematics. Numbers going up, yeah.
If you hear the song I sing, you will understand. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now.
There's a couple things I'd like to say to you.
Needed you in the dead of night, the wake of the day, first broken light. I'd follow you. I never realized how much I needed you.
Comfort. What we deliver by delivering.
A few days ago, I got a friend request from God.
When you get the friend suggestion, you have to figure out how to help them?
Yeah. And this time, I'm really not sure how we can help.
How bad could their problem be?
His name is Sal Tompkins, and he's dead.
We were hoping to speak with you about your stepfather, Sal Tompkins.
How did you know him? We got a friend suggestion from someone calling themselves God.
Okay. Really wish you would have led with that.
God Friended Me. New CBS tonight after 60 Minutes.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Corona Extra. Find your beach. Verizon. The best unlimited is on Verizon, America's most awarded network. And by FedEx. Possibilities. What we deliver by delivering.
Last month, as part of the NFL Salute to Service campaign, the Ravens hosted their second annual military combine at their practice facility in Owings Mills. 42-yard line after a missed 52-yard Cincinnati field goal by Bullock. So the Bengals had 3 more chances to stop with 2 tight ends in the 2-minute warning, and here comes Jackson on 1st and 10. Hubbard and Williams with the collision. Nice play by Williams out of the secondary. Only a gain of a yard.
Well, it's been a pretty productive day for the first-year signal caller, and he's taken advantage of a lot of opportunities, but I think what's been most impressive is his ability to extend plays and keep plays alive with his legs. He's rushed for 106 yards on 20 carries. He's been pretty efficient throwing the football, 13 of 19 for 150 yards. He just had the one mistake, the interception in the third quarter to Shawn Williams.
Jackson again, 2nd down, long 8, and hits the deck just shy of midfield. Denard made so that play with the tackle and a gain of 4.
Well, if he's going to run as much as he has, he's going to have to learn to protect himself. That previous play, he took a big hit on the boundary, and you know, I always say the most important ability at the quarterback position is availability. You got to be able to line up and play every week. Joe Flacco's been able to do that for a long time here in Baltimore. In fact, in 11 seasons, Flacco's only missed 7 games.
It's because he blew a knee. Cincinnati just took a timeout. Coming up, State Farm post-game show. JB Phil, Nate Boomer, and Coach Cower, scores, news, and highlights. What a day in the NFL. Some terrific games, including this one. That's all coming up on the State Farm post-game show. Now, since he has 2 chances to stop it, Rich, at the 2-minute warning and a single timeout, Baltimore's got 2 timeouts. Ravens have scored 11 unanswered to come back. Buck Allen in the backfield. 3rd down and 4. Jackson. Stanley back in at the left tackle, offering a block. I think he is. He gains 3. They had Ray and they had Jordan Evans over there defensively for Cincinnati. He just creeps into Bengal territory at the 49-yard line, and the clock is ticking.
He's going to go for it. Coach Harbaugh said, look, oh, he's not. He's going to punt. Told us on Friday, he said, I'd rather be wrong and not be aggressive.
You might remember what happened last time on 4th and 1, right? Now he's going to punt.
Yeah, that's true.
So Erickson is back. Cook will punt.
Well, they're going to call a timeout. Maybe they're thinking about it.
Well, maybe they are. Baltimore will take their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 left, and Morningweg and the coach will talk. This is a big decision.
I don't think you take the timeout and put the punt team back out there. I think they've decided to go for it.
They are. Jackson looks like he's going out. Edwards is going to go out. You're right, Rich.
And they've actually been, you know, look, I understand it's 4th down, but in 3rd and short situations, this has been one of the best team in football. In 3rd and 3 or less, they've converted a league high 76%. So they're good in short yardage situations. I think that maybe that's why they decided to take that timeout and put Lamar Jackson and the offense back on the field.
So Edwards, the running back, 115 on the ground. Lamar Jackson, the quarterback, 115 on the ground. Jackson's got the call. Back out he goes. And what is Marvin Lewis dialed up for his defense? What is Marty Morningweg going to call here on 4th and 1?
Well, remember the last time they did this, they called the quarterback sneak. And that got stuffed. but I would anticipate it's going to be Lamar Jackson.
Edwards, flag, pile driving Edwards. He has the first down. It would appear flag at the 48. By the body language, the Bengals think it's on the Ravens.
Illegal formation on the offense. Number 79 was in man on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Still fourth down.
That's Stanley, the left tackle.
Well, he must not have. I have no idea why. Actually, he's uncovered. So what happened was Stanley either did not report as the end man on the line of scrimmage and wasn't covered up by the X or outside receiver.
Cook with the punt. Erickson will return it from the 11. Hang time of 4-3. He sneaks away from one. He hits the sideline, and he's belted on the play by Bowser, along with Owasso, and a flag on an 8-yard return and a 43-yard punt and 2:45 to go. The Bengal offense is out there. They are talking about the flag.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
The Bengals have had 3 fourth-quarter comeback wins this season. Can they make it 4?
Looking for great deals on a new Honda? Too bad, not this year. It's me, the Grinch, and your little car holiday is canceled. It was just way too happy. So, no decorations, no deals, no donuts, no surprisingly comfortable chairs. No. And best of all, no cars. Get nothing this holiday season at Unhappy Honda Days.
Being a Verizon engineer is about doing things right, and there's no shortcut to the right way. So when we roll out the nation's first 5G ultra-wideband network, it'll be because we were the first to install the fiber optics and small cells and upgrade the towers that will change the way we learn, work, and live. And I'll always be proud that we're not just building America's first 5G network, we're doing it right.
There's no one I'd rather hit the road with.
No one I'd rather have dinner and a movie with.
No one I'd rather lean on.
Being in love is an amazing thing. Being in love with your best friend is everything. The Ever Us 2-Stone Collection. 1 diamond for your best friend, 1 for your true love. For the one woman who's both. Ever Us, with new designs exclusively at Kay.
Howdy, folks, it's dinner time. Chicken's fried and tasty sides. All of this for just 20. Get it from a KFC. Howdy, folks, it's dinner time.
KFC, it's finger-licking good.
If you look around, the whole world's coming together now.
Amazon's Black Friday sale is on now, with deals in every department, low prices, and free shipping on millions of items. The Amazon Black Friday sale, on now.
You jack the price from the $575
Leslie,
to $4,000.
Leslie.
What?
60 Minutes investigates life-saving drug prices tonight.
Well, critical mistake here on 4th down. There's your left tackle, Stanley. He's not covered up. Somebody has to be out here. They've got 2 tight ends in the backfield. In order for this to be a legal formation, the receiver has to come over and get on the line of scrimmage and cover up the left tackle. What a big mistake in a critical situation.
Also, remember, Jackson went out of bounds on that first down carry on that drive and stopped the clock. Plenty of time. Bengals a timeout. Baltimore a timeout. From there, 10 after the Raven punt, 1st and 10. Dalton. And he's got his tight end, Uzomah, brought down by Tony Jefferson. 20-yard pickup to the 30 of the Bengals.
It was a really nice adjustment by Uzomah heading down the seam. And this is the route that I think Dalton throws as well as any quarterback in football. He's much better and much more comfortable throwing the ball between the numbers.
Giovanni Bernard remains. First down and 10. The time is there. The pass is on target. Giovanni Bernard to the 37. He's brought down by Owasso. That is a gain of 7 on the play. We're going to go to the 2-minute warning. Bullock prepares. Down by 3. Bengals trailing on CBS.
Our parties are much less crowded than this.
Dilly dilly!
Dilly dilly! Our catchphrase is much more dignified than that.
What'd you say?
What?
Bud Light. For the many, not the few.
Peppermint mochas for Leah?
On the brighter side, there's magic in the night. Every taste is sweet to me, and everything is light. On the brighter side, everything we do is filled with joy and happiness, just for me and you.
This toolkit uses the same battery as 125 other Ryobi tools at the Home Depot. This is how we give you the tools to create bigger surprises. This is why. Right now, get this Ryobi drill and impact driver kit, just $99, exclusively at the Home Depot.
Okay, Kevin, USAA Bank is here to help you stay on track. Budget's looking good. Clear for a fill-up? Card? Thank you. We are a go on the beef jerky. You know what? Green light some hydration, too. Thanks, Chief.
USAA Bank helps you take charge of your everyday spending, so you can stay a step ahead.
Let's rock and roll!
Find help at every turn with USAA Bank.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Bud Light, reminding you not to drink and ride your horse. And by USAA, official NFL salute to service partner.
You're at the 2-minute warning, a timeout apiece. Bengals have it. They're down by 3. Second down and 3 from their 37.
And Dalton has been so good in these 2-minute type situations. He's got a lot of experience, as you see there. Already have 3 fourth-quarter game-winning drives this season.
There are 6 in the secondary for Baltimore. Bernard is the back, 2nd and 3. You see Levine, 41. And Dalton deep and incomplete. Ross was covered on the far sideline by Jimmy Smith.
Well, Jimmy Smith has done a nice job today. This Baltimore defense has done a nice job keeping the lid on the explosive plays.
3rd down and 3.
Obviously 4-down territory. Andy Dalton knows that in his mind. He's got 2 opportunities to pick up 3 yards.
Hey, drag, we're gapping, we're gap. Hey, gap.
Oh, they get by. Judon couldn't get him. Smith is chasing, and he has to throw on the far sideline. Caught by Uzama, but on the chalk. Jefferson was over there covering the Bengal tight end, but he was catching the ball out of bounds.
Smart play by Dalton, knowing that he didn't really have anyone open down the field, so he throws it away and lives for another down. He knew he had the opportunity on 4th down. Pretty close, as you said, Kevin. They just ran out of room on the boundary. Somebody has to win against man-to-man coverage. The Ravens have been playing a ton of it here in the second half.
6 in the secondary. Bernard the back. 4th and 3.
Look at Giovanni Bernard. He's up in there to pick up someone in that A-gap.
Play clock. And a timeout, Cincinnati.
That came from the boundary. I don't think Andy Dalton ever saw the 25-second clock. And Kevin, you and I look at them in every stadium, and I don't like where they're at here. They're up high on that second level. If I'm a quarterback, I want the 25-second clock in the lower corner of that end zone. It's hard. Your eyes, if you're a quarterback, you don't want your eyes to leave the field. You see it way up here in this corner. My eyes and my focus is down here. So I'd rather have that 25-second clock in this lower right corner.
Joe Mixon is, well, he was in, now he leaves. He came in to take a receiver's position, now he jumps off the field. State Farm postgame show being put together for you right now in New York. Highlights with JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, Coach Cowher getting ready for you at the State Farm postgame show from our CBS studios.
And if you're Wink Martindale, the defensive coordinator for the Ravens, what do? Well, history tells you he brings pressure in these situations.
4th and 3 and no timeouts. Dalton. And bobbled. Cody Core couldn't get it. Marlon Humphrey on the sideline with the coverage. Humphrey with the play, battling Cody Core. Incomplete on downs. It goes to Baltimore. What a play.
Isn't it amazing? In a critical situation, the game on the line, it's not A.J. Green, it's not Tyler Boyd, it's Cody Core. And that's a great job there at the end. You see Humphreys is able to get that right arm in there and rip it away from the receiver.
Core only has 5 catches all season, and none today. And now the victory formation. How about to be a rookie quarterback? The last of the 5 first-round drafted quarterbacks this year to start a game in place of the injured Joe Flacco, and Lamar Jackson comes up a winner on his NFL starting debut.
And I think they've got to be pleased with his performance, Kevin. You talk about 115 rushing yards. He was 13 of 19. He shows that he can throw the ball accurately from the pocket. And for the most part, he did a good job protecting the football. He just had the one critical mistake, the interception, but he quickly was able to turn the page and get back on track.
Baltimore is going to go to 5-5. They stop a 3-game losing streak. The Bengals will drop to 5-5. And Cincinnati has lost 4 of their last 5. What a day for Jackson. Jackson through the air, 13 of 19 for 150. He did throw a pick. Jackson on the ground ran for 113. Edwards, who began his college career as a running back at Miami and then as a grad student played 1 year at Rutgers, carries 17 times, 115 yards. Those were incredibly important yards for the Ravens this afternoon.
And how about the offensive line? You know, when you rush for 260 yards, I think that all 5 of those big men up front deserve a game ball. Certainly, and it was a big help for Edwards and Jackson today as they ran the ball really well against the Cincinnati defense.
Tucker with a game-winning 24-yard field goal. 24-21. Baltimore now goes to number 6 in the AFC second wild card. For Rich and Steve, Kevin Harlan sending you to James Brown in New York.
All right, Kevin, 15 seconds left in the matchup. Pittsburgh at Jacksonville. Jacksonville nursing a 3-point lead. Let's take you out to that game and the announcers, Jim Nance, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson.
Okay, here it comes.
Prior to the pass, personal foul, grabbing the face mask, number 25 of the defense. That'll be half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
They'll be at the 1-yard line with 15 seconds. And he does. It's right here. You're going to see in the slot. Hayden's on Switzer, and Switzer gets inside and he runs out and then comes back in, and right there he grabs that helmet. And I'm telling you, Pittsburgh, you got to run the ball. Just line up and run this. The gaps are there for you to run it, and you have a timeout.
Will you just give it to Connor to finish it off on the week where Le'Veon Bell's saga finally came to an end?
Well,
and they put the football in the And the future in the hands of Connor, who flanks Roethlisberger. Remember, Pittsburgh has a timeout if they do run it. Going up top. Going up top, Roethlisberger. All kinds of time. Now he'll throw it away with another flag in the corner of the end zone.
Prior to the pass, holding number 21 defense, half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
If you're not going to throw a fade because you don't trust it, right? Because you got Ramsey, then you're going to have to, you're one-on-one outside, and they're holding you. And that's a good call. That's definitely a penalty. You could really call it on multiple people. But if I'm Pittsburgh, it's going to be hard if you're not going to throw a fade versus that coverage. Just hand the ball off. You have a timeout.
So it all comes down to the final 8 seconds. Jacksonville in this game, for those just joining us, led at one time 16-0. Pittsburgh on a 5-game win streak, marching down the field for the second time in this quarter. They've got a first and goal, a foot away. Roethlisberger's bounced back from a dreadful performance most of the way, coming up big. Running like an option, going to keep it, dives. Did he break it? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
An improbable, incredible comeback from Pittsburgh. The emotional whirlwind of the last 7 minutes of this game. And the tight end, it's a flip to him, and Roethlisberger sees he's covered, and he's got to make a play. And for him,
it's going to be close, so watch the knee.
To make this play,
yeah, he broke it.
He's in, I think. Back it up a little bit.
Had to beat Miles Jack right here. Watch the knee.
That's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Devastating loss for Jacksonville after they played their best game of the year.
It wasn't exactly a John Elway helicopter flip into the end zone. He wears number 7 because Elway was one of his heroes growing up, but what an effort by Ben in the late stages of this game.
It's close, but it looks into me, doesn't it? I mean, just
the ground level replay right here.
He's got to move out of Filer's way.
You can see he's right there. The nose of the football's breaking it. It's a touchdown.
What a drive. And to overcome the drop from Connor, no one's happier than Connor. A couple of drops today.
And you cannot believe, for those of you who watched this entire game and those who didn't, the performance Jacksonville put up. Jalen Ramsey put up with 2 picks, that they would not win it in the end. I mean, their season truly on the line. And here's the call.
The ruling of a touchdown is confirmed.
Incredible. Hats off to this team who found a way.
Well, I tell you, Ben put him on his back down the stretch in this 4th quarter, and we said it with 8 minutes to go.
You can see as he's fighting for the goal line, Matt Filer got a little bit in his way, kind of turned his head a little bit, and he had to slide off of that to bring it home. Now the extra point, Boswell. Just they've reset it to 5 seconds. And 20-16. Two touchdowns in the last 2 minutes and 28 seconds.
Well, he started to attack him outside the numbers, and you were going to have to go at Ramsey and Boye at some point if you're going to move the ball, and they did it on these last couple drives. And look at this play by Ben.
Watch his head get turned here, and he still knew what he had to do.
Well, the great thing is a lot of quarterbacks right there in that specific play, you could throw that away in the dirt, right? Because he's covered. It's a tight end, but it's just turns it up, and he knows he has a timeout. That's smart, and you see the Jags devastated. Big Ben knows Boy, this game can turn fast.
And this game could have such big effects as far as how this team goes the rest of the way.
Yeah.
They're on their way to 7-2-1 and a 6-game win streak. Even the coach, Mike Tomlin, saying last night he liked the fact, he said that we've absorbed negativity and grown from it. Talking about a whole series of things. Some discontent that people felt early in the season may have harnessed the squad. Of course, the Le'Veon Bell situation that never went away, even though they said they'd forgotten about it for a long time. It was a constant reminder. And now to come back in this game from 16 down on the road to a team that had beaten you twice last year and knocked you out of the playoffs.
Sometimes styles are tough. This is just a matchup you can tell it's going to make it tougher every time they play. But, I mean, just heartbreaking for Jacksonville and unbelievable for Pittsburgh.
Jacksonville, with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, led 16-0. And from that point, Roethlisberger threw for 248 yards. A couple of touchdown passes. And he ran for one.
That's when you get a franchise quarterback, you get a Hall of Fame quarterback. They're never out of the game, and that's showed that today, and it was tough. That's one of the, to me, that's one of the best performances, simply because it's hard when everything's against you. I mean, he literally threw 5 interceptions, 3 and then 2 that got called back. But do you know how hard that is mentally to like keep going and just to keep firing and then to get your team when you need to? And you could tell he's emotional. That's a big time win for him. And just keep this thing going the way they are. That could be huge, like you said, at the end of the game. Or at the end of the season when it comes down to it. We talked about Indianapolis all those years against New England, right? Well, it's kind of now coming back with Pittsburgh having that chance every year, trying to get that home field advantage.
You know, timeout called before a desperation play from Jacksonville. We've seen all the dejection on the Jaguars sideline, all the head shaking, the shock, really, seriously. The way things were playing out in the first nearly 3 quarters of this game. They were looking very much like the team we saw last year make it all the way to the AFC title game. The team that led with a quarter to go in the game at Foxborough by 10 points before Brady led the Patriots back. So one